Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talking with Lady Q. I am Lady Q. How you guys doing today? Well, it's been a while since I made a video because, again, life has been life. And excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. So I figured let me get on here and talk to you guys about some things that I've been seeing. Um, some of the things that I've been noticing is that, ladies, we tend to appear like we know everything. We know what's best for everybody. We know everything to do and what not to do. We know everything, which is just simply not true. Um, I want to start off with, do everybody know the hierarchy to family? Because what I'm noticing is that we don't have a lot of families anymore, right? If there's just a mother and a child, it's a type of family, but it's not a family, right? A family is when there is a father, a mother, and children. Now, again, you have different types of family. You have, you know, if the dad has passed on, and it's just the mother there, yes, that's a type of family. If the grandmother's in the house, yes, that's a type of family. But the structured family includes fathers, and we're missing that. And it's shown so much nowadays. It's everywhere, right? You can tell the kids are gone crazy. Okay, ladies, females are not walking in dignity. They're not holding themselves in class, right? Excuse me again. If I sound a little nasally, it's because I'm just getting over something. Oh, it's been crazy. but but I don't want because I talk about that all the time. But what I've been seeing again is the kids, the children. I look at a lot of um how can I say, it's like the police cameras. I'm sorry. I know that, and I've seen kids like cussing at the police in front of their parents. When I was growing up, that just was not happening. Like, what? Again, I didn't cuss in public because I didn't know who knew my parents. So I didn't cuss in public. So, certain things as a child, I knew not to do because of the respect that I had for my family and some fear. You're not going to lie. But majority of the time, it was the respect that I had for my family. And when you walk outside, you represent your family. You're not just representing you, you're representing your family. And you got the kid. So I was going to show you a video, but the video that I wanted to show you, I couldn't find it again. So I just want to just talk about it, about the fact that I see kids cussing at the police, getting arrest records. I mean, okay, we've all did some crazy things as children, but I mean, when we was wrong, we was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if I get caught up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm wrong. I'm just gonna take my lumps and keep it going, and hopefully learn from it. But nowadays, it's like when you're wrong, you're defending wrong. How do you defend wrong? When did we get here where we defend wrong? But it's getting so crazy where it seems like what's wrong in a lot of people's eyes is right. I feel like we're in the matrix for real. Like we need to get unplugged because it is going down. Like it is so much turmoil and confusion going on in this world right now, and nobody's taking accountability. Nobody's taking responsibility about what's going on, right? And we all play a part. I've also been seeing a lot about black fatigue. I'm one of them. Let me raise my hand because I am tired of being lumped with people because of my skin color. No, okay. we need to start holding ourselves with some dignity and integrity, because the way we're going is crazy, right? And again, I've noticed that a lot of women think when they're wrong, it's something to be defended. Like, I'm sorry, on these body cams, I've seen women with their children in the car and they're fussing at the police. Get your hands off me. I mean, I've seen a lot of babies when they get pulled over, like they may not have a driver's license or they're speeding or whatever, and they got their children in the car and they are straight arguing with the police. Like, why? What are you trying to accomplish here when you're wrong? If you're wrong, admit you're wrong, take your lumps, take your lessons, and move on. But when you do that in front of the children, now the children think that, okay, when I'm wrong, I can defend wrong. No, you cannot. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And that's it. That's it. That's all. There's no more to it. So I wanted to jump on here real quick to say I'm back. I'm going to try to put out more videos. But okay, well, of course, life is life. But I want to, again, I would love to start a dialogue with you guys, and I want to know what you think, and I want to know what subjects you want to talk about, because we're all living in this world, and I know we see it. We may not know what we can do about it, but we see it, and we at least we can get together and discuss possible solutions, something, because if you do nothing, nothing is going to happen. But maybe we can get together and come up with some kind of community where we can get bigger and we can stop the madness, because it is absolutely insanity that's going on out here nowadays. And I just want to find my own little piece of the world and live in it without without this chaos. I want kids to go back to being kids. I want schools to go back to being schools. Like, you got crazy stuff happening in the schools. And I have a grandson, he's 3, and I weep for him. I'm worried about him, because you're not going to school to learn math, writing, and arithmetic no more. You're not going to learn language and art and no, you're going to learn how to curse. How I don't want to get into the politics of it, but you know where I'm going. I would love for schools to get back to being school safe zones, right? And adults teaching the children how to be respectable adults, right? But in order for that to happen, we need more respectable adults. A lot of the ladies out here are not good representation for their children. Your parents are your first role models. And if your first role model is cussing and spitting and twerking and nasty, and then you are a product of your environment, right? So we need to get back to family, right? In every sense of that word, right? I need males, right, to be men, especially if you're going out here laying with women and you're having children, right? Be men. Men go out here and provide for their families. And ladies, just because you met this man does not mean that man provide for you. He provide for you when you become part of his family, right? His wife, not just his baby mama, his wife. Let's work on that. Let's try to let's put the getting married first, then have children, instead of having children and then don't know who the baby fathers are. Another thing, I've been watching this paternity court. I don't know why I've been looking at this stuff, and I'm like, women, I remember back when I'm growing up, women don't tell their business, like what they're doing, and you sure you don't talk about how many people you done slept with. It doesn't happen like that. I don't get it, and it's confusing me. So I wanted to jump on here, and I wanted to talk to you about that, because it's some things that's been on my mind. And like I said, I'm going to try to make more content. But another thing I wanted to do is to let you know that I will be making more content here. But another thing that's been taking my time is my business. So on my last video, I told you I was starting a new business, and I am, and I'm going to have a YouTube page dedicated for that business, and I'm going to be talking more about the business and my experience and what I can bring to the table. Again, my business is LS Logistics, and that stands for Legacy Solutions Logistics. And I would love for you to jump over there. I'm going to put the link to that YouTube page in the description of this one. And I'm going to also put the Facebook and all that. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to have up my flyer. So if you know any new owner operators or businesses that's looking for a good dispatcher who's going to work together with you, please let them know I'm looking for them. Okay. So again, I will be putting that description, everything in the description of this video. But also, I'm going to be, like I said, making more content here. And I want us to talk about what we're going on. Am I the only one seeing this? I know I'm not the only one seeing this, because if you have eyes, you can see what's going on. And I don't want to just talk about it. I would like to do something about it, because again, I have a grandson, right? He is 3. And I'm wondering, is he ever going to find a wife, right? Because, growing up, the mothers told the boys, don't you mess with them fast-tailed girls. Well, all the fast-tailed girls, all of them seem like they're fast-tailed, because this is what they see, right? I want us to get together as a community of ladies, because we are nurturers. And let's talk about possible solutions. Let's get together and see what we can put our minds up to do, right? Like-minded people coming together to create a positive environment, right? Not trying to tear each other down, not trying to talk about each other, what you got, what you don't got, and all this stuff. The real deal, right? And let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we can do to make this better, right? Because doing nothing ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse. And it seems like it's getting worse, right? And I know I'm not the only one with a grandchild. Plenty of you out there have grandchildren, and I know you worried. I know you worried. I know you worried about, oh my goodness, is my grandchild going to be able to get the education that I got in school? Right? They done already took so much out to school, right? Now I've heard that they done took out cursive writing, so a lot of these kids are not going to be able to sign their name. I know I'm not the only one to see there's an issue with that, right? Let's come together, right, as a community of ladies, right, to bring something different. Let's get together to do something different, not just talk about it, not just see it and walk by, not just cower behind it, but let's get in front of it, because we can make a difference in numbers. We can. I'm going to always say how I feel, period, no matter who it is I'm talking to. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what it is. But I would love for us to have a community of ladies where we can come together and we can provide, some safe haven for some people who may not know, right? Because what I'm thinking too is a lack of knowledge. Maybe some of these women don't know how to be ladies because they were never taught to be ladies. See, when I was growing up, I had a lot of older people. My parents was older, so I had a whole lot of older people guiding my steps, right? Now, I ain't gonna say I listen to all of it, but it definitely played a part to who I am today, right? I may not have put it into action until later, but those tools was in my toolbox. I may not have used them, but when I needed to use them, they was there. And I think a lot of these ladies may not have the tool in the toolbox. So if we can gather up a community of ladies to give the tools to the ladies, the young women, because they're not ladies yet, the young women out there, maybe we can make a change. Never know until we try, right? So All right. Well, that's about it for me. Like I said, I'm going to make some content for LS Logistics, which is Legacy Solution Logistics. And I'm going to put the description in, I'm going to put the link in the description below. Check it out. And like I said, hey, you might know somebody, or you may be thinking about getting into it. Getting into freight dispatching, or you may be wanting to get into logistics, or you may want to get to driving trucks, whatever. Let's work together, okay? And we can make this thing happen. But in the meantime, in between time, life is short and time is limited. So let's make the best of the time and life we have. All right? Working together. Okay? Now, you're going to see my flyer shortly. Hit me up and let me know what you think and how you feel and everything else. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.